Alyse Parker has made a big media splash recently for taking a 30-day carnivore challenge. She claims that she lost her health while being vegan for 5 years. She was never actually vegan, as you'll understand when you hear some of the things that she says in her video, but her plant-based diet may have led to health problems because it was primarily raw and seems to be quite hypocaloric. Just thought I'd throw that in there because I'm tired of people having a steady diet of papaya and cucumbers and saying that veganism ruined their health. It's the position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that an appropriate planned vegan diet is healthful and nutritionally adequate for all stages of life. The key here is appropriately planned, which, as they say, includes high intakes of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, soy products, nuts, and seeds. With that out of the way, let's look at her video.
I've done a lot of crazy things in my life, but I haven't eaten only meat for 30 days. Until now. The carnivore diet is a zero-carb diet that includes nothing but animal foods. It's considered to be a more extreme version of the currently trending ketogenic diet. It includes all types of meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and organs such as liver and brain, and excludes everything else. Yep, that means no carbs, no plants, no fiber. While this diet may seem to be absolutely crazy, there are actually many reasons why someone would willingly choose to eat this way.
You're wrong.
Okay, so here we have a meta-analysis published in 2012 where they looked at effect of dietary fiber on constipation. I have never seen this in scientific literature before, but in the conclusion, they actually wrote that dietary fiber can obviously increase stool frequency in patients with constipation.
It has been shown to help relieve the symptoms from many illnesses such as autoimmunity, fatigue, obesity, inflammatory diseases, and more. There are a few theories on how eating only animal foods can be surprisingly helpful for one's health. Essentially, the carnivore diet is a form of an elimination diet, which means that it removes all common food sensitivities from the picture.
You're wrong.
So according to Alyse, a carnivore diet eliminates all common food sensitivities. Funny because here are the top 8 most common food allergens, which account for over 90% of all documented food allergies, and which are required to be noted on food labels in the US. Now, half of them are animal-based. I understand that allergies and sensitivities are not the same. Allergies involve an immune response, while sensitivities are a result of other factors such as an enzyme deficiency, but the point remains. Most people don't actually know the difference, and when they hear things like, "This diet removes all food sensitivities," they'll probably take away from that statement that they could eat as much as they want of any of these foods and nothing bad will ever happen to them.
There's also the factor of cutting out all carbs, meaning that your body drops into ketosis, which has been linked to benefits like enhanced mental clarity, rapid weight loss, and better digestion.
And wait, did she really just put up an infographic touting benefits of keto, which includes fiber and vegetables, while pretending that those are benefits of the carnivore diet?
No plants, no
The level of facepalm is already legendary. And just to actually address the claims as they relate to a ketogenic diet, from this paper published last year, some relevant observations on low-carb, high-fat diets include some of the following. Quote, any diet type resulting in reduced energy intake will result in weight loss and related favorable metabolic and functional changes. Sustained adherence to ketogenic, low-carb, high-fat diet appears to be difficult. And there's a lack of data supporting long-term efficacy, safety, and health benefits of low-carb, high-fat diets.
You may be wondering, but what about the body's nutritional needs? Won't you lack some of the necessary vitamins and minerals that a more balanced diet can provide? Well, actually, most of the advocates for the carnivore diet claim that meat contains all of the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to not only survive, but to thrive.
You're wrong.
Here is a rapid-fire list of some vitamins and minerals which are predominantly found in plant foods. Vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin C, potassium, magnesium, and folate. Now you may notice that for folate, beef liver is the top source. Alyse did mention consuming liver as a part of her carnivore diet. Since there are no other animal sources near the top of this list, I'm going to assume that a carnivore would be getting all their folate from beef liver. Remember though, food is a total package. what else is in all that liver? We see that it takes roughly 6 ounces to meet the RDA for folate. Unfortunately for carnivore dieters, this also means consuming over 24,000 micrograms of copper, which is more than 27 times the RDA and well over the established upper limit, which is the amount associated with copper toxicity-induced liver damage. I'm beginning to wonder if Alyse really knows anything about nutrition, or if she just goes with what she feels.
Whenever I do have a little bit of fat, I kind of feel more heavy. I feel like cloudy in the head. I just don't feel as energized or as clear-minded and light on my feet. And my skin also gets a little not as nice. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk a little bit about why I'm eating a higher fat diet. My body still wants healthy fats, and I find that I have received a few benefits from eating that way. One is that my energy is sustained and more balanced for a longer period of time. When I was eating a higher carb diet, it was like I would eat a large meal, I would have a lot of energy, and then I would kind of feel like crashes, and it sustains me. My energy is good, and I feel like my brain functions better on a higher fat diet. I also have noticed that my skin has gotten a little better.
Okay, class, try and follow along. So if you follow a low-fat diet or a high-fat diet, you'll both exacerbate and alleviate the following symptoms simultaneously. Sound like it makes no sense? Good, because it does in fact make no sense.
Never, ever, ever been the person to research and research and research before doing something. So out of all of the things to try in the world, why am I choosing to eat meat for 30 days straight? You guys know that I love challenging myself, and actually since I've been on social media, I have shared and documented so many challenges. I have gone 30 days without washing my hair. I've gone a full year without using deodorant. I have gone off of social media for 30 days and documented that.
Come on, Alyse, don't play dumb. You know full well that not washing your hair, not wearing deodorant, not going on social media, all of those things have something in common that the carnivore diet doesn't. All of those things are not dependent upon the continued suffering and death of sentient animals.
I've tried juice cleanses, water fasting, so many different things.
Just more proof here that Alyse doesn't know what she's talking about.
Never, ever, ever been the person to research. The more I experience, the more I can relate to people in all facets of life. And coming from a history of being vegan for almost 5 years, I know very well what it's like to lose myself in the identity of a diet culture and to lose true open-mindedness.
Alyse, this is where you prove that you were never a vegan. Veganism is not a diet culture. It's an ethical position which seeks to eliminate animal suffering and exploitation where possible. That extends far beyond diet. But if you're just self-centered and trying to use the vegan movement to make yourself famous and make yourself rich, I guess that goes over your head.
After I had a clean slate, I stocked up on all of the meat, fish, and eggs that I needed to get me through at least the first week of this challenge, ensuring that it was all grass-fed, pasture-raised, and organic. I also wanted to set very clear guidelines for myself on what food and drinks are allowed and not allowed. So I decided to let myself keep 2 comforts throughout this challenge for the next 30 days. Bulletproof coffee and matcha, because hey, I'm human, and honestly having a warm caffeinated drink to look forward to every single morning helps make this challenge so much easier to navigate.
Alyse proves here that she can't actually make it through 30 days eating only meat without face planting, so she needs to rely on a plant-based CNS stimulant. In other words, a drug. I know most people won't like to hear it, but caffeine is a drug. We see the hunter lion having a nap on top of the rock here. He seems awfully low energy today. Must be because he forgot his morning java, eh? Also, did you notice those epic provisions bars in her shopping basket? Well, if you go to their website, you can see all sorts of plant ingredients in there, including celery powder, dried cranberries, and apple juice concentrate. What happened? I thought there were no plants on this diet. And lastly here, don't you just love the cute little breeder dog she's got by her side in this shot? It's almost suggesting that if an animal looks like this, it should be treated with love, compassion, and dignity. But if it looks like this, its only purpose is so that you can give yourself a personal challenge. Bring on the bacon.
There are many horrors of how animals are treated within factory farming, and when we consume sick and mistreated animals, we as a result are way more likely to get sick ourselves. So what's the alternative to factory farmed meat?
Going vegan. That's the alternative, Alyse. You'd understand this if you actually made the connection to begin with, and weren't so self-centered trying to capitalize on the vegan movement for personal gain.
Whether you are only eating meat once a month or consuming a more meat-heavy diet, it's definitely in your best interest to source 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef.
Why? On the World Health Organization page where they list red meat as a Group 2A carcinogen, I don't see an asterisk saying that grass-fed, grass-finished beef doesn't count.
Essentially, what this means is the cattle are consuming grass for their entire lives, which is their natural and optimal form of nutrition. As a huge health advocate and someone who cares about the animals and our environment,
Alyse, you are promoting a diet that would massively increase risk for all of humanity's top premature killers, and is dependent on the continued suffering and death of countless animals. And you have the gall to call yourself a health advocate and someone who cares about animals? By the way, grass-fed beef is worse for the environment than the conventional system, as it requires more water, more land, and a larger cattle population. This paper states, only reductions in beef consumption can guarantee reductions in the environmental impact of the U.S. food system.
I've teamed up with ButcherBox to shed some light on how to source high-quality meat and opt out of factory farming entirely.
And there it is. She's all in it for the money. This whole thing was essentially an ad for her shiny new business partner, ButcherBox. I'll save you the 15 minutes and 42 seconds from watching this video and tell you exactly what Alyse thinks of money. She loves it. She then goes on to talk about how she lost a few pounds over the 30 days, and she shows this strange before and after where she looks essentially the same, but the after is shot further away to make her look smaller. And forgotten here is how she's already at a body weight which can at best be described at the low end of healthy. I highly advise against a person who weighs 96 pounds getting on YouTube and telling hundreds of thousands of people how great she feels after dropping a few more. This is very irresponsible, and it's the type of thing that could contribute to young girls developing body image and eating disorders. So I really hope that ButcherBox check was fat, Alyse. Later, we get this little clip of her speaking with Mikhaila Peterson, and again, this is super irresponsible and disingenuous as Mikhaila Peterson's mother sadly is suffering from kidney cancer, and Mikhaila prescribed this crazy carnivore diet to her mother. Bottom line is that Alyse Parker is a traitor to the vegan community. She's a traitor to the animals who counted on her influence for protection. And she's a traitor really to herself if she claims to be someone who seeks to find perfect alignment and health. Because any diet predominantly based around meat is unhealthy. Don't let her scam you. The time to go vegan is now.